What's going on YouTube? Back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to get into the moment you all have been waiting for. I did my first wide open throttle pulls in the GT500 swapped Lightning, but it didn't quite go according to plan, so that's what I'm going to get into in today's video. But I did want to let you guys know that I'm still selling the Grille deletes for the Lightnings. I actually have one that I just finished right here. This one is for Brandon Schaub. He is an ex-UFC fighter. He's been on Joe Rogan, etc. But he hit me up on Instagram saying he's a big fan of the channel, thought that was pretty cool, and wanted a Grille delete, asked if I still made these, and in fact I do. So I figured I'd go ahead and make a clip for anyone else that's wondering the same thing. Yes, I'm still making these lower Grille deletes for our Lightnings. They are 6061 aluminum, 1/8 inch thick, nice black powder coated. Comes with all the black coated hardware to mount, and the price is $225 shipped. Of course, that's shipped to the United States. If you're outside the United States, I can still ship it, but the price will be different. We'll kind of go from there. If you want one, hit me up, Instagram or Facebook. Let me know where you're at and we can work on shipping. If you're in the United States, it's $225 shipped. If you're not even sure what this is, let me show you what it looks like on my truck. So this is what it looks like on the front of the truck. You can see it right there. I've always loved this look on like the imports, like R32 Skylines, etc., where they have the cutout in the front bumper and they're showing off that front mount. I've always loved that style, so I wanted to kind of bring that over to our trucks and to the Lightnings, and it looks really good. I think it adds a nice aggressive look to the truck, and it's a nice way to show off that expensive heat exchanger you paid all that money for. So this is what you get. Yeah, like I said, been running this for a long time. It's been about 7 years since I've had this on there. Always turns heads, always gets compliments. So yeah, if that's something you want to do, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. Both the links are in the description, or you can just search for Debtlife.projects. You'll find me. Shoot me a message and we can get you one. So yeah. So a lot of you might know, but for those of you that don't, we have our GT500 blower swapped Ford Lightning. I have been doing all my own tuning, and I finally started doing the wide open throttle stuff, tuning and boosts, all that good stuff. Didn't quite go according to plan, so I'm going to get into that in today's video. But from our last video where I left off, basically I said I had to redo some vacuum stuff. I was going to make that its own video, but it came out to be really short, just wasn't enough content. So I'm going to go ahead and go over that real quick. You can see right there what we did. Basically what I did is I redid the line that goes from the fuel pressure regulator to the mid plate that senses the boost, so the fuel pressure regulator knows how much, fuel to give the truck. And I redid them with these nice push lock lines. Basically these are push lock lines you get from McMaster-Carr, and you push the line into them, it locks it in, and it doesn't go anywhere. The reason why I had to redo those is because I had, let's see if I can find it. I had just, some O'Reilly stuff shoved into these rubber couplings, and that wouldn't have worked very well because I can literally pull this apart. Well, I can't do it while holding the camera, but yeah, basically I just pulled that apart. So, not good. That would have blew off as soon as I hit boost, and my fuel pressure regulator would have defaulted with no boost, so not good at all. You don't want to use cheap O'Reilly stuff. You don't want to use these rubber couplings because they will blow apart. So what I did is I went on McMaster-Carr, got one solid line to go all the way to the mid plate using these push lock fittings. These are really nice push lock fittings. They're rated for like 300 PSI. I never see even, a fraction of that, so way good. And redid my vacuum line. That's really important, like I said, because that's what tells your fuel pressure regulator how much fuel to give the truck per pound of boost. You need that to be solid and not going anywhere. So I don't recommend rubber couplings. Not good. So we addressed that. Everything else is really good with the truck. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've probably already seen a quick little short of one of the wide open throttle pulls we did. If you haven't, I'll go ahead and throw that up on the screen right now. As you can see, it sounds really freaking good. The tuning has been going pretty well, no issues, except for the fact that I cannot get it to stop going lean. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly why it's doing that. It's because we have maxed out the fuel injectors. Right now I have Siemens Deca 60-pound injectors on the truck, and they're maxed out. In another video, I'll actually show you my data log from the pulls we were doing, show you what the injectors were doing, and show you how to data log your injector duty cycle. Shows it in a percentage, and you can kind of watch and see what your injectors are doing and how much they're being used. So that'll be a really useful video for a lot of you guys. And I'm going to do a just basic video on how to data log, period, and what I data log personally. That way, if you guys need to know that as well, if you guys are getting an email tune for your first time, etc., you can learn how to data log. So those two videos coming soon, hopefully knocking those out over our little break here. Maxing out the fuel injectors, which is good because these Siemens Decas are good for, 700 horsepower, so I read on the forums. So it means we're making really good power. Now I know I can turn up the base fuel pressure to squeeze a little bit more out of these injectors. I know some tuners turn them up, 50 base fuel pressure, 60 psi base fuel pressure, and it'll make them act like a larger injector. However, then you're asking more from your pumps, and you risk maxing out your fuel pumps. Because, for 10 more psi, let's say you're supposed to set the base fuel pressure at 40 psi. Let's say you set it at 50. Now, in boost, you need 10 more pounds of pressure. So I was making about 64 pounds of fuel pressure in boost, which makes sense because my base is 40. It's making 24 pounds of boost, so that's 24 extra pounds of fuel pressure. So if you're setting it at 50, you need 74 pounds of fuel pressure. You're setting that at 60, you need 84 pounds of fuel pressure, etc. So now you're asking more from your pumps, and if your pumps were already kind of then you're going to be maxing those out instead of injectors. You're swapping one problem for another. So I really don't want to raise my base fuel pressure. I want to keep it at the static 40 like you're supposed to, and just get better injectors, have more room for error. I don't want to just swap one problem for another and risk maxing out the fuel pumps, so I don't want to go that route. I know some tuners do, and it's fine, but that's just, I don't want to do that for my peace of mind. So I am going to go ahead and get the injector dynamics 1050Xs, like I said, and just go that route. Have a lot more margin for error, and it'll kind of future-proof it because I'll have more room to grow into those. If I'm already maxing these out, raising the base fuel pressure is just a temporary fix. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with that. Unfortunately, I wanted to do a bunch of wide open throttle tuning with you guys today, but I do not want to go out there and do any hits on the truck if the injectors are maxed out. I don't want to push it, I don't want to hurt anything, so we're not doing any hits today, unfortunately. Like I said, I really wanted to do some with you guys. That was the plan for today. Go do a bunch of hits, show you guys how good this thing's running. It feels so responsive. I can't tell you enough. Like, when I first got into the throttle, it actually kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, holy shit, wasn't ready. But this thing feels really good, guys. It's definitely gonna make some good power and make some steam once we get these injectors on there. So hopefully they get here soon. I already have them ordered through Jeff Wallace. I've already told you guys before, if you guys need parts, Jeff Wallace is the man to hit up. He's in all the Facebook groups, Lightning Rodder. Just go into any of the Lightning groups on Facebook, tag Jeff Wallace, ask for Jeff Wallace. You'll see at least 10 15 people throw his name out there immediately because he's just that good. He's awesome. He'll get you the best deal, best customer service, and he can get anything. He's a vendor for anything you need for these trucks. Unfortunately, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Sorry it was so short, and I really wanted to get to those wide open throttle pulls with you guys, but I can't risk pushing the truck when the injectors are maxed. So definitely next time, hopefully these injectors get here quick, because I am super stoked to show you guys what this thing can do. Like I said, it freaked me out a little bit when I first got into it. This thing is making some power. So stay tuned, guys. Plenty more to come. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Also, go head over and subscribe to my second channel. I'll put a link in the description, Debtlife Hobbies. That's where I'm going to do all my other hobby related activities. Sim racing, we've been doing a lot of sim racing with our new sim rig that we built. It's pretty cool. Warhammer stuff like that. So go head over there and check that out if you want to keep up with stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes other than Lightnings. Go check that out. But we will go ahead and see you in the next video, guys. Later.